How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Basketball tonight at Bishop Dwenger High School as the Bishop Dwenger Saints are set to host the Carroll Chargers in our Indiana Physical Therapy Boys High School Basketball Game of the Week. And on the girls' side, it certainly lived up to its billing as the Carroll Chargers just narrowly defeated the Bishop Dwenger Saints 58-57 on the girls' side. We got high school basketball here for you tonight on ESPN Radio 1380 and 100.9 FM. And remember, after the final buzzer tonight on the boys' side, stay tuned as Michael McIntyre will be live at the Pine Valley Pizza Hut for our Parkview Sports Medicine post-game show. Again, that's live tonight at Pizza Hut, the Pine Valley location. We'll have the rundown, all the scores on both the boys and girls sides tonight as 2016 has tipped off in Indiana high school basketball. And make sure to stay tuned to ESPN 1380 and 100.9 FM tomorrow evening for men's college basketball. The IPFW Mastodons are on the road at Denver. It's a 6 o'clock game. The Hoopie Insurance Services pregame show comes your way at 5:45. The Dons are out at Denver looking to stay undefeated in Summit League play. The Dons are 13-4 on the season, best start in their Division I history. And tomorrow night, they are at Denver again. It's a 6 o'clock game, 5:45 pregame coverage. Brett Rump is out in the Mile High City for that one. Here tonight, though, it is the 9th-ranked Carroll Chargers and the Bishop Dwenger Saints here at Bishop Dwenger High School. And, Jim, it's at just about capacity. It was a nice showing for the girls' game, and now the student sections have made their presence felt in the bleachers here at Bishop Dwenger High School as the starters are introduced out onto the floor. And so we'll give you the starters as well. We'll start with the visiting Carroll Chargers, who are led by head coach Marty Beasley, who is in his 11th year leading the Chargers with a record of 150-92. Overall, as a high school head coach, 17 seasons, a record of 219-157. Carroll, which is 8-2 on the season, 2-0 in the SAC in the regular season, 4-1 overall in SAC play. And the Chargers start Arius Jones in the backcourt. He's a 6'3", 170-pound sophomore. Avery Pfaff, another guard at 5'10", 155 pounds. He's a senior. Jacob Redding, the leading scorer this year, the 6'1", 160-pound junior, has averaged 15 points per game for Carroll. Kellum Brown is a 6'3", 190-pound senior who has averaged 9.8 points and 5 rebounds. And the second leading scorer and leading rebounder for Carroll, Kyle Mallers, will be continuing his basketball career next year at Ball State. Mallers, 6'7", 215 pounds. He is a senior. And as they're ready now to introduce the Bishop Dwenger Saints here at home under the charge of head coach Matt Kostoff. Kostoff, in his 17th year at Bishop Dwenger, he has led the Saints to a record of 208-157. And starting for him in the backcourt, Campbell Donovan, a 6-foot senior. Jack Pittenberg, a 5'11" junior. Sam Royal, a 6'1" senior. And Conlon Martin, a 6-foot junior, along with David O. Daniel, who's really the only post presence that Bishop Dwenger has down low, though oftentimes play 3, if not 4 guards. But they do have one true big in David O. Daniel, who is a 6'8" senior. Dwenger at 4-5 on the year, 0-2 in SAC regular season games, 0-3 overall in the SAC. But the Saints have won 3 in a row. They won 3 in a row over the holidays with victories over Indianapolis Heron, Leo and Indianapolis Tinley most recently. On December 30th, they won 47-45, so it's Bishop Dwenger's first game of 2016, and it is also Carroll's first game of 2016. Chargers coming off of a loss down against Lawrence Central at Newcastle. Lawrence Central is ranked number 6 in 4A, and the Chargers lost that one by 6. It was perhaps even closer than that. Chargers wear their road royal blue jerseys that read Carroll across the chest in white outlined in black, numbers beneath and on the back. They have black and white stripes down the side of their jerseys and pants. Dwenger wears its home white jerseys with Dwenger across the chest in navy. The numbers in gold with navy trim on the front and the back. Gold and navy stripes down the side. Dwenger wins the tip. The Saints at home go from left to right in the first quarter. With D.C. Hendricks back in our ESPN 1380 and 100.9 FM studios, John Nolan here at Bishop Dwenger High School. Thanks so much for making us part of your Friday night. The opening possession, the Saints come up empty as Conlon Martin misses a right-handed hook on the right side, and now Carroll sets up the half-court offense on the left end. The Chargers this year have averaged 59 points per game, more of a half-court predicated offense rather than an up-and-down style of offense. The Chargers, though, fantastic defensively and only allowing 46 points per game. On the left wing, in front of the Bishop Dwenger bench, it's Avery Fath. Hands it off into the corner. Now up top, Fath. Passes right wing. A 3 too strong for Kellen Brown. A whistle and a foul called against Dwenger, going for the board. First foul for either side, and the Saints foul goes against Sam Royal, 6'1" senior. Chargers do have the size advantage on Bishop Dwenger. Baseline inbound pass, left post for Kyle Mallers, who has it stolen away. The Saints on the run, left to right. Behind the back, dribble Campbell Donovan, flips one up with the right hand. No. Ball underneath the basket on the right side, and there was a foul called. Foul goes against Kellen Brown. First on Brown, first on Carroll, and it's 2 free throws on the right side for Campbell Donovan. And the first is good. Bishop Dwenger 1, Carroll nothing. We played 1 minute and 12 seconds here in our Indiana Physical Therapy Boys High School Game of the Week. Second free throw, back iron, no for Donovan, and Carroll controls the defensive carry. From right to left, Avery Fath at the controls, dribble handoff for Jacob Redding, the leading scorer who averages 15 points a game. Crossover dribble, dish right corner. Arias Jones swings it, left side, baseline, Kellen Brown drives, scores, and he's fouled. Well, they'll say wave off the basket. Foul called on the floor before the bucket. Second foul against Bishop Dwenger, and it's the first that goes against the big man, David O'Daniel. Inbound pass into the middle of the paint for Kyle Mallers. Too easy for the 6'7" senior who's headed to Ball State. Carroll 2, Dwenger 1. Dwenger ball right side. Scoreboard currently reads 3-0 Dwenger, but that is erroneous. Donovan drives down the middle, throws one off the backboard, too strong. Offensive rebound for the 6'8" O'Daniel. Puts the ball on the deck, kicks it out up top for Ahmad Clark. Clark bounces to the foul line, dishes right corner. Donovan tees up a 3, too strong. Another offensive rebound for David O'Daniel in the left corner. Bounce pass left wing for Ahmad Clark. Clark takes it to the 10, lays it up and in off glass. 3-2 Bishop Dwenger back in front. We played 2 minutes and 20 seconds here at Bishop Dwenger High School. Carroll in control left side at the foul line. Avery Fath, the jumper, too strong. Rebound, bounced off the rim twice. 3 bodies on the deck, and Dwenger gathers the loose ball. Conlon Martin sacrificed his body, diving for the loose ball. And now it's Martin who has it in front of the Carroll bench. Triggers a pass between the rings for Sam Royal. Back onto the right wing for Campbell Donovan. And Dwenger goes into its half-court offense. 5:05 to go first quarter. The Saints lead Carroll 3-2. Donovan drives left baseline. Shot fake. A whistle and a foul called on the floor against Carroll. And now our first substitution for either side. It's Carroll that goes to the bench first. Anthony Martin, a 6'3", 160-pound junior, checks in, and he replaces Carroll's leading scorer, Jacob Redding. That foul, by the way, Not called the foul. It was out of bounds off of Carroll. Dwenger on the right side. On the right wing, Ahmad Clark drives, loses the handle. Front court left, Carroll all alone, and it's Kellen Brown who leaves it up, the finger roll. Good, Carroll leads 4-3. Dwenger ball from left to right. The Dwenger students are across the way to the left. There's the stage behind the basket on the left side. Dwenger attacks on the right side. There's a whistle called away from the ball. An offensive foul against David O'Daniel, the post player, trying to set up shop down low. And that is a costly second foul on David O'Daniel. It comes with 4:25 left in the first quarter. So a Dwenger team that's already undersized now without its best post player for probably the rest of this first quarter. O'Daniel goes to the bench. As Carroll has it now on the left side. Saints go to Ryan Burkhoff in off the bench. Carroll feeds left post, and it's off the glass and in for Arias Jones. Carroll 6, Dwenger 3, halfway through the first quarter. Dwenger on the right side, and off the bench, it's Ryan Burkhoff who makes the running right-handed hook. And the Saints students, who are, for the most part, all wearing black, jump up and down. 3 on the right wing, too strong for Kyle Mallers, and Dwenger gathers the defensive rebound. Campbell Donovan dribbles behind the back to change speeds, dribbles to the left wing. Now on the right wing, it's Ahmad Clark. Clark drives, right lane, puts it up off the glass, weave off the basket. It's a blocking foul that was called before the shot attempt. Carroll foul goes against Arias Jones, his first, and it's the third against the Chargers in this opening quarter. Substitution for Dwenger as Conlon Martin checks out, and he is replaced on the floor by Austin Burns, a 6'1 senior. 3:15 to go, first quarter. Carroll 6, Dwenger 5. Dwenger ball right side. Jump step into the paint, and Sam Royal flips it up with the left-handed end. Dwenger takes the lead 7-6 with 3:05 left in the first quarter. A handful of Dwenger students, bare-chested, with their chest painted in black, spelling Saints. Carroll, possession on the left side. Mallers, open look at a left wing 3. Shot fake, takes a dribble to the right. Tries a 3, no good. Long rebound comes out to Clark for Dwenger. He speeds into the front court. Now it slows down the tempo. Finds Sam Royal, dribbles to the foul line, and he's fouled on the floor. Foul on Kellen Brown. That is the senior's second, and it's Carroll's fourth foul of this first half with 2:36 to go in the first quarter. High intensity so far, and Dwenger leads Carroll, the Chargers, who are ranked number 9 in the state, 7-6. Dwenger at 4-5 on the year. They've played a number of close games. They've averaged 53.1 points per game this year, have allowed an average of 53 points per game. 2:20 to go, first quarter. Dwenger ball right side. Royal left baseline, spins, and he's called for a travel. The turnover gives possession to Carroll with 2:14 to go in the first quarter. A Carroll substitution now as the Chargers again go to the bench and call upon the 6'4" sophomore Riley Perlick. More height on the floor for Carroll. Top of the key, Jacob Redding dribbling, and an offensive foul is called on Redding. Dribbling with the left hand, he attempted to create separation, pushing off with his right arm, and he's called for an offensive foul. Stoppage with 2:06 left in the first quarter. Bishop Dwenger 7, Carroll 6. With that offensive foul on Redding.
24 for 32.
It's now 4 fouls against Carroll so far in this first half.
24
Dwenger looks to take advantage and add to a 1-point lead. Zach McKenna in off the bench. Bounce pass, right baseline for Sam Royal. Up top, Campbell Donovan a three. Too strong. Carroll the rebound. Chargers look to push from right to left. Front court left, Kyle Mallers. At 6'7", he has good handles, two dribbles between the legs. Lobs a pass right wing, Anthony Martin. Shot fake, penetration, cycles it back out. 1:25 to go, first quarter. No shot clock. And a lengthy possession here for Carroll. Mallers, 30 feet away. Dribbles with the left hand to the foul line. Defense converges on him. He kicks it out. Left wing, and the three is good for Jacob Redding. 9-7, Carroll back in front. 1:05 to go, first quarter at Bishop Dwenger High School. Ryan Berghoff puts the ball on the floor. Passes, gets it back. Left corner, his three. Off the iron, no. Carroll, the defensive Carroll. Jones dribbles down court with his head up. Kicks left corner, and Anthony Martin is fouled on the floor. 45.5 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Carroll 9, matching its ranking in the state. Dwenger 7. The Dwenger foul called on Austin Burns. First on the sophomore, fourth on the Saints. Both sides with 4 fouls committed in this opening quarter. Baseline inbound for Carroll. It goes into the left corner for Jacob Redding. Shot fake, the dribble, and he makes the mid-range jumper. 11-7 Carroll. That's 5 consecutive points for Jacob Redding, who averages 15 a game. Jordan Bridges in off the bench for Carroll, and he plays man-to-man defense at the point against Jack Pettenberger. Pettenberger passes left baseline along two. No good for Ryan Berghoff, and the rebound down to Carroll. Chargers doing a good job on the defensive glass, especially since David O'Daniel, Dwenger's center, came out of the game halfway through this quarter with his second foul. 6 seconds left in the quarter. Entry pass, right post, and Anthony Martin sticks it in off the glass. 2 seconds to go in the first quarter. Desperation half-court three. No good for Austin Burns, and that concludes the opening 8 minutes at Bishop Dwenger High School. Our score, Carroll 13, Bishop Dwenger 7. You're listening to the Indiana Physical Therapy Boys High School Basketball Game of the Week on ESPN Radio 1380 and 100.9 FM.
Welcome to Staples.
Staples guy, ink is so pricey, I've had to give up other things I need for my office.
Well, right now you'll get 15% back in Staples rewards on all HP ink and toners, so you'll...
I can use the rewards for other office essentials.
Bingo.
Like a desk.
That could be useful.
Shop Staples for all the ink you need at a great value every day. Staples, make more happen.
Minimum purchase $60 on HP ink or $200 on HP toner. Offer ends 1/9/16. For details, see store or visit staples.com/rewards.
Step right up to the amazing taste of Coney Island Hard Root Beer. A delicious adult twist on an old favorite. The real root beer taste with a hint of vanilla will thrill your taste buds. Coney Island Hard Root Beer. Ask for it by name. Coney Island Brewing Company, Brooklyn, New York. Drink responsibly.
You're listening to High School Basketball, presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN 1380 at 100.9 FM.
Ask for it by name. Coney Island Brewing Company, Brooklyn, New York. Drink responsibly.
You're listening to High School Basketball, presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN 1380 at 100.9 FM.
DC Hendricks in our ESPN Radio 1380 and 100.9 FM studios. John Nolan at Bishop Dwenger High School, where the Bishop Dwenger student section jumps up and down wearing black, chanting, "I believe that we will win," across to our left, while over to our right, Neon Nation. Carroll student section answers back with scoreboard. The scoreboard reads Carroll 13, Bishop Dwenger 7. It's the start of the second quarter. Carroll with the ball wearing its road royal blue. Chargers go from right to left, and Jordan Bridges, the backup wing, attacks left lane, and he's fouled going up. Fifth foul of the half against Bishop Dwenger, and it spells 2 free throws for Jordan Bridges. That Dwenger foul goes against Evan Doling, the 6'3" senior off the bench. First of 2 free throws, good for Jordan Bridges, who averages about 4 points per game. 14-7. It's now an 8-0 run for Carroll. The second around and out. And the defensive rebound hauled in by Dwenger. Saints in white from left to right. 30 seconds gone by in the second quarter. Dwenger cycles it around the arc. They play with 5 on the perimeter. Occasionally, someone cutting inside the paint. But David O'Daniel, the 6'8" senior, remains on the bench with 2 fouls. Dwenger head coach Matt Kostev up off the bench, barking out orders. As the Saints show patience. Now left wing 3, up and in. Sam Royal, he's got 5. 14-10. The Saints cut their deficit down to 4. Carroll from right to left. Bridges holds 25 feet away, left wing. Chest pass between the rings, Riley Perlick. Discharges left wing, Avery Pfaff. Pfaff bounces with the right hand. A whistle called away from the ball. And it's another Dwenger foul. That's the 7th foul of this half against the Saints. That one goes against Amon Clark. Check that, it's the 6th foul of the half. The next one will equal the bonus for Carroll. Baseline inbound floated up top for Kyle Mallers, the 6'7" senior. Hands it off to the guard, Avery Pfaff, who stands at 5'10". Bounce pass left baseline, Jordan Bridges. And now he swings it outside for Pfaff. He dribbles around a screen right. Hands it off, right elbow for Mallers. Mallers, fadeaway jumper, pure. 16-10, Carroll leads Dwenger. Saints have the ball. Left to right, they go in white. 6:10 to play, first half. Right wing jumper off the mark for Evan Doling. And another defensive rebound for Carroll. Mallers changes, speeds at midcourt. Leaner, left side, it drops. Off the glass and in. Kyle Mallers, who is double teamed, nevertheless scores. That's 4 in a row for the Ball State-bound senior. And Carroll leads by 8. 18-10 with 5:50 to go in the first half. And the Saints want to talk it over. Timeout called by Dwenger head coach Matt Kostev, whose team has won 3 in a row after they had a rough start to the season. Well, it began on a high note. They won at Norwell, 53-50. But then 5 consecutive losses. They lost at home to Homestead and DeKalb, lost on the road at Concordia, lost at home to Southside by 2, and lost to Bedford North Lawrence by a single point. And by the way, they had a 4-point loss against DeKalb. So a lot of close losses. Finally flipped the script with 3 straight wins coming into tonight. Meanwhile, Carroll at 8-2 got off to such a tremendous start, beginning the year 7-0, and finally suffered its first loss in the Parkview Sports Medicine SAC Holiday Tournament Championship game against Northside in overtime. Bounced back with a win at Newcastle and a tournament over Martinsville. And then the same day, playing 2 games in one day. A week ago, Wednesday, lost to Lawrence Central, a fellow top 10 team in Class 4A, 62-56. After the timeout, Dwenger ball down 8 from left to right. Sam Royal dribbles with the left hand, 35 feet away, while motioning out a play call with the right hand. Now he tries a right wing 3, no, and the rebound brought down by Kyle Mallers. These possessions for Dwenger are one shot and done, as the Chargers have owned their defensive glass. Top of the key, Mallers shot fake, bounce pass, right post. Jordan Bridges fades away, misses off the glass. Dwenger the rebound. Royal tried to throw it off of a Carroll player underneath the basket. It backfires as the loose ball ends up in the hands of Jacob Redding, who scoops one in. 20-10, Carroll leads Dwenger. Remember, at one point, it was 7-6 Dwenger. So it's a 14-3 Chargers run. Royal, left wing, jabs right, passes left, receives it back. Shot fake, straight on by Zach Smithy. Passes on the right wing, and Amon Clark misses along 2. Carroll, another rebound. Avery Pfaff drives left lane, flips one up. It doesn't fall, but he's fouled. Foul number 7 of the half against Bishop Dwenger. It's a 2-shot foul for Avery Pfaff. 4:37 left, second quarter. First is too strong for Fath. That foul, by the way, went against Bishop Dwenger's Evan Doling, the 6'3" senior, with 2 fouls off the bench. And now he goes back there, and he's replaced by Ryan Berghoff. Second free throw drops for Fath, and now he's subbed out of the game, replaced by Anthony Martin. 5'10" senior out, 6'3" junior in. 4:35 left, first half. Carroll 21, Bishop Dwenger 10. Dwenger with it on the right end. After a kick ball, Dwenger with an inbound, although the clock continued to run there. Not helping out the home side, but what will is a 3 in the corner on the left side for Zach Smithy. His first 3 points. It's the second made 3 of the quarter for Dwenger, and they're back within single digits at 21-3 until a response from Arius Jones, who wiggles his way out of the paint and banks one in. 23-13 Carroll. Dwenger now from left to right. Campbell Donovan dribbles into the paint. A leaner, count it, +1. (23-15) with 3:40 left in the second quarter. And the Carroll foul goes against Anthony Martin, his first. Chance for the conventional 3-point play for Campbell Donovan, and the 6-foot junior swishes the free throw. 23-16. Carroll leads and maintains possession. Right wing wide open. Jacob Redding a 3. Too strong. Long rebound goes all the way out of the backcourt. 3 Saints are there, and the Saints win it. Donovan misses a left shot, a left side layup, and the rebound comes down to Carroll. 3:15 to go in the first half. The Chargers with it, leading the Saints 23-16. Martin tries the top of the key 3. Too strong. Offensive rebound. Jared Hofer. And the 6'9" sophomore sticks it in off the glass with the right hand. 25-16 Carroll. Hofer doesn't even average a point a game. Just got 2 there. And now an offensive foul called against Dwenger. 8th foul of the half against the Saints, although the offensive foul won't result in free throws or a 1-1 bonus for Carroll. There was a push-off called against Sam Royal, his second foul. 2:45 to go in the first half. Carroll 25, Bishop Dwenger 16. Chargers with it on the left side, attacking the basket with the stage behind it. Navy curtain closed. The show on the hardwood here at Bishop Dwenger tonight. Hofer, this big man, lost the handle at the top of the key, wins it back at midcourt. Now a lob pass down low for Kyle Mallers is intercepted. Saints march from left to right. Right corner. Royal fakes the 3, gives up top. Smithy for 3. It's off to the right. Long rebound for Kyle Mallers. Now the Chargers push. Redding changes speeds at the foul line, and he draws a foul. 9th foul of the half against Bishop Dwenger. It's 1-1. Foul line left for Jacob Redding with 2:02 to play in the first half. And now, at the stoppage, Zach Smithy comes out of the game, and he's replaced by David O'Daniel, the 6'8" senior center. O'Daniel has been on the bench since about midway through the first quarter. His departure, in part, enabled the Carroll run. What was once a 7-6 Dwenger lead in the early going now is a 26-16 game after the first free throw is good for Jacob Redding to earn another. 6'1", 160-pound junior. One of the top guards in Fort Wayne this year, and he makes them both. 27-16. Carroll leads Dwenger. Final 2 minutes of the first half at Bishop Dwenger High School. 4-5 Saints against the 8-2 Carroll Chargers. Ryan Berghoff drives down the right lane, and he's stripped. A turnover, and now the Chargers are on the go from right to left. Martin, right post, passes out on the right wing for Arius Jones. Crossover dribble, pass, right baseline. Martin, mid-range jumper, in and out. Offensive rebound for Jordan Bridges, and he travels. Carroll head coach Marty Beasley shakes his head at that one. He liked the effort from Jordan Bridges, the wiry 6'2 junior, who soared up for the offensive rebounds. But he's called for the travel, and so Dwenger has it with 90 seconds left in the first half. Bergdorf again loses the handle, and Carroll steals it away. Chargers from right to left in royal blue. Jones, foul line, pulls up, misses. It was halfway down, but came out, and Sam Royal has the Dwenger rebound. He dribbles down court with his head up, bouncing with the right hand. With his left hand, he calls for a screen to be set by David O'Daniel. Gets the screen, passes left, corner three, no good for Conlon Martin, and Carroll has the rebound. A bounce pass is intercepted at midcourt by Campbell Donovan. One-on-one against Arius Jones. He draws a foul. 52.7 seconds left in the first half, and Campbell Donovan is going to the line for two. I like the creative thought from Arius Jones, who is trying to thread the needle with half the length of the court bounce pass. But good defense from Campbell Donovan to steal it, and now he makes the first of two free throws. 27-17 on the road. Carroll has the lead at Dwenger. One more free throw still to come for Campbell Donovan. Donovan on the year, second leading scorer for the Saints, averaging about 13 points per game. He made a pair. 50 seconds to go in the first half. Carroll has a 9-point lead and the basketball. Jordan Bridges, right wing in front of the Bishop Dwenger student section. Those students are silent at the moment with 30 seconds left in the first half. Carroll and its half-court offense with no shot clock. Potentially the Chargers could hold for the final shot of this half. Carroll content in the half court with now 15 seconds left in the first half. Avery Fapp, point guard, has it mid-court. Standing near the BD logo. Passes, left wing. Kyle Mallers is fouled in the act of shooting, attempting a long two with 7.8 seconds left in the second quarter. That's the 10th foul of the half against Bishop Dwenger. It's the first that's called against Conlon Martin, the 6-foot junior. And while Carroll is now in the double bonus, it's two shots anyway for Kyle Mallers, who is shooting. He makes the first, 28-18. The second for the 6'7 senior, around it out. Dwenger the rebound. 5 seconds left in the first half. Front court right. Campbell Donovan in the left corner. Gives left wing. Conlon Martin a three at the buzzer. No. And that ends the first 16 minutes at Bishop Dwenger High School. The Carroll Chargers 28. The Bishop Dwenger Saints 18 at the half. Coming up here at the half, we'll take a look at some of the first half numbers. And we'll look ahead to the second half. We'll also look back to our first game of the night here on this doubleheader of boys and girls Indiana Physical Therapy High School Basketball Games of the Week on ESPN Radio 1380 and 100.9 FM.
From basketball and band to homework and homecoming, does your family calendar get a little too crowded sometimes? I'm Glenn Augustine with the Indiana Youth Institute. Many families are busy these days, but experts say that's not necessarily a negative. Researchers say kids can benefit from a full schedule by gaining new learning opportunities, developing life skills, and getting a chance to succeed outside of academics. But they caution not to let too many activities crowd out family time or add stress to your child's life. Experts have these tips on managing your family schedule. Take an inventory of how your family spends its time and see if you need to make adjustments. Schedule in family time and free time. Finally, learn to say no. You don't have to do everything that's asked of you. This Kids Count Minute is a message from the Indiana Youth Institute. For more parent tips, go to IYI.org/kids.
Kids count on you. Do you know a lot about beer? Well, it's time for Sam Adams Know Your Beer. Not all hops taste the same. American hops. They're piney, citrusy, like a lumberjack chopping grapefruit. German hops. They're floral and spicy, a beautiful bouquet with thorns.
Ow.
English hops. Earthy and delicate, a beer lover's cup of tea. Whatever hops you like, from Rebel IPA to Boston Lager, Sam Adams is crafting a brew for you.
Boston Beer Company, Boston, Mass. Safe responsibly.
Now at the Home Depot, you can get 10% off appliances $396 or more. So let's do better features for fewer bucks. With savings on brands like LG, KitchenAid, and Samsung, you can cook smarter, rinse cleaner, spin faster, and chill sooner. Let's do this with 10% off appliances $396 or more. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
Valid through January 27th, 2016. U.S. only. See store for details.
You're listening to High School Basketball, presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN 1380 and 100.9 FM.
Not going to be able to hear me.
Okay.
We're at the half at Bishop Dwenger High School, where the Carroll Chargers on the road have a 28-18 lead over the Bishop Dwenger Saints in our Indiana Physical Therapy High School Basketball Boys Game of the Week. About 12 or so minutes to go until the start of the second half. And pleasure to be joined now by Jessica Starbird from Wayne Channel 15. Jess, Happy New Year to you. Covering the boys and girls tonight at Bishop Dwenger High School in the doubleheader against Carroll. What do we have to look forward to tonight on the Highlight Zone?
We got 17 games on the Highlight Zone. This is the first time that Carroll or Dwenger has been our game of the week. So exciting to be here at the newly refurbished Bishop Dwenger High School gym and honor both of those teams. We got a fun Highlight Zone intro with both the Neon Nation and the Sanctuary. So you got that before the game. Plus highlights, a minute 20 of highlights from just this game, plus sound with the winner afterwards. And then we had the girls' game earlier, quite a barn burner here, as Ross and I were calling it, just in the first quarter, and it finished to be a really great one with Kelly Damon getting that 2-point J on the baseline to win it for Carroll. So we got that, we got the game of the week, and a lot of other fun stuff too.
It was a 1-point win for the Carroll girls over Bishop Dwenger in our first game of the night, in the game that went down to the final seconds. And now again at the half here, the Carroll boys lead Bishop Dwenger 28-18. So, Jess, I hope you had a nice little holiday break, a chance to wind down a little bit, at least on the high school side of things. I know you still kept busy locally with Comets, Mad Ants, and a lot of other action. But now what are you looking forward to in 2016 here on the local scene?
Ooh, you know what? I think Homestead Girls comes to mind just right off the bat. They've been absolutely brilliant to watch. They had that thriller against Lawrence North last Saturday, and now this Saturday, another ranked opponent comes to town with Karma. We'll be at that game. So I would definitely say following the Homestead Girls run, because I think they're going to head all the way back down to Bankers Life.
Then if you look ahead a little bit further in 2016, you're always welcome to talk about Tin Cap.
Oh, wait, about that team.
Well, there will be plenty of time to talk baseball once we get there. But like you said, the Homestead girls ranked number one, not just in the SAC right now, but in all of Indiana. Last year, made it down to Bankers Life Fieldhouse, finished as runners-up in Class 4A, and a great shot now to win the title down in Indy this year.
That was actually my second weekend, was covering the state tournament or the state championship game for the girls last year. We had Canterbury, Tippy Valley, and Homestead. So it was quite a day, and unfortunately we went 0 for 3. So I'm hoping the next time we go down there, we'll get to see the Homestead girls win it.
But you did right upon your arrival in Fort Wayne last year with Wayne News Channel 15. You did get a chance to cover Indiana Mr. Basketball and Caleb Flanagan.
Oh, yes.
At Purdue. That's pretty cool. So it's been about a year now. A good year for you in Summit City?
A crazy year. You know what? Starting in late February is probably the most exciting time to really get going in sports here in Indiana, because you have the boys tournament just getting started, the girls tournament coming to an end. You got Comets just about to get into the postseason, same with the Mad Ants, and then, of course, the Tin Caps getting ready to start.
And hey, before we talk any more basketball, I know you're from the New England area, big Patriots fan. So looking ahead here to the NFL playoffs, Patriots have the bye this weekend, but what are your expectations?
Ooh. I want to avoid Pittsburgh for as long as humanly possible, so I was okay with getting the 2 seed. I will be honest. I feel most comfortable with the Texans, but as Ryan Schwab and I were talking before the game, we'd like another crack at the Chiefs after last year's Monday Night debacle. But that led to the spark that turned around the Super Bowl winning season.
You're lucky that my Jets didn't make it in.
Oh, so lucky. So lucky. They can't even do it.
Oh, typical Jets fashion going down the stretch. Well, Jess, thanks so much for stopping by. Remind us where we can find the highlight zone and all your coverage.
Oh, absolutely. You can find us on, we hit it about 11:10 on News Channel 15 Plus. If you can't make it to watch the game, we post the entire show on Wayne.com. We have our Fill It Up All-Stars 2, sponsored by Phil's One Stop at Marathon. All of that you can find on Wayne.com after the highlight zone.
And I don't want to get your Twitter handle wrong. It's
at Jessica Starbird.
Jessica Starbird.
At Jessica Starbird. Follow me.
Easy enough. You're a follower. Well, Jess, thanks so much for stopping by. Enjoy the second half, and good luck with the show tonight.
Thank you very much. You as well.
There's Jessica Starbird from News Channel 15. We're at the half at Bishop Dwenger High School, where the Carroll Chargers lead the Saints 28-18 at the half. We'll take a timeout now, and when we come back, we'll take a look at some of the first half numbers as Carroll, number 9 in the state, leads Bishop Dwenger 28-18. Their Indiana Physical Therapy Boys High School Basketball Game of the Week on ESPN Radio 1380 and 100.9 FM.
Now at the Home Depot, you can get 10% off appliances $396 or more. So let's do better features for fewer bucks. With savings on brands like LG, KitchenAid, and Samsung, you can cook smarter, rinse cleaner, spin faster, and chill sooner. Let's do this with 10% off appliances $396 or more. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
Valid through January 27th, 2016. U.S. only. See store for details.
What if you could save a life by stopping a suicide? I'm Glenn Augustine with the Indiana Youth Institute. Young people today face an enormous amount of pressure. Sadly, they may decide to take their own life as a way to stop the pain. But alert adults can help. First, watch for warning signs such as depression, changes in friends, attitudes, or grades. Also keep an eye out for signs of hopelessness, recklessness, and a feeling of being trapped. If you notice changes, tell the person you're worried about them and be specific about what concerns you, and stay in contact with a medical professional for help. Whether you're worried about someone else or yourself, you can call 1-800-273-TALK, the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. That's 1-800-273-8255. This Kids Count Minute is a message from the Indiana Youth Institute. For more parent tips, go to IYI.org/kids.
Kids count on you.
Geico presents sharing versus oversharing. Way early this morning, Brad Higdon shared a major spoiler alert from everyone's favorite hit show, sad emojis to express his feelings about the plot twist, and a playlist he made to drown out his sorrows? Dude, oversharing alert. Brad, Geico has something worth sharing with those who haven't befriended you. Like how you could save hundreds on your car insurance at geico.com. So stop moping about...
You're listening to High School Basketball, presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN 1380 and 100.9 FM.
The Capital, DC Hendricks, is our studio producer tonight in our ESPN Radio 1380 and 100.9 FM studios. John Nolan live at Bishop Dwenger High School. It's halftime between the Bishop Dwenger Saints and the Carroll Chargers. And at the half, on the road, Carroll leads 28-18. In the second half of our doubleheader tonight, in the first half on the girls' side, Carroll won a close one, a terrific game by a final score of 58-57. We hope that Bishop Dwenger on the boys' side here will make a comeback in the second half. So we have another finish that goes down to the final buzzer. And hey, don't forget, after the final buzzer tonight, we'll have a recap, not only this game, but all the games around the area on our Parkview Sports Medicine post-game show live from the Pine Valley Pizza Hut, hosted tonight by Michael McIntyre. So we hope you tune in and join us. Or, hey, if you want some late dinner tonight or a late-night snack, head on down to the Pine Valley Pizza Hut and join Mac. We'll be talking to coaches from around Northeast Indiana. Still got about 4 minutes to go until the start of the second half here, so let's take this time to recap the numbers from the first half, a half that saw Carroll take a 28-18 lead after the score at the end of the first quarter was 13-7. Carroll shot 11 of 21 from the field in the first half. Bishop Dwenger really struggled, shooting 6 of 20. Big part of that is that the Saints, at a size disadvantage, had to settle for a lot of jump shots and a lot of possessions. That was just one shot and done. Inside the arc, Carroll was 10 for 14. How about that for high efficiency? Inside the arc, Dwenger was 4 for 10. From long range, Carroll struggled to shoot from deep, 1 for 7. Bishop Dwenger, 2 for 10 from downtown. At the free throw line, Carroll was 5 for 8. Bishop Dwenger, 4 for 5. Carroll had 4 assists on its 11 made field goals. Dwenger with 2 assists on its 6 made field goals. Here's one that you circle on the box score. Carroll out-rebounded Bishop Dwenger 17-9. 5 of those were offensive rebounds for Carroll. Bishop Dwenger had a couple of offensive rebounds, but Carroll, for the most part, owned the defensive glass after Bishop Dwenger's long misses on twos. Only one block in the first half. Carroll came up with the block. Bishop Dwenger had 3 takeaways. Carroll, a couple. Both sides turned it over 5 times. Individually, as take a look at Carroll, Jacob Redding, the team's leading scorer, who averages 15 points per game. He poured in 9 in the first half, also grabbed a rebound. Avery Pfaff contributed 3 points. Arius Jones had 4 points, as well as 4 rebounds and an assist. Kyle Mallers, 5 points and 6 rebounds, plus an assist. Anthony Martin, a couple of points, a couple of rebounds, plus an assist. Jordan Bridges, 1 point, 2 rebounds. Jared Hofer, a couple of points off the bench, plus a rebound. Kellum Brown had 2 points, a rebound, and an assist. Individually for Bishop Dwenger, Sam Royal, 5 points, 2 rebounds. Ryan Berghoff had 2 points and a couple boards off the bench. Campbell Donovan, the high man for the Saints, with 6 points in addition to a rebound. Conlon Martin had 1 rebound as well as an assist. Ahmad Clark, a couple of points, a rebound, and a dime. Zach Smithy, 3 points off the bench. Austin Burns played but did not score. No one else scored for Bishop Dwenger, including David O'Daniel, the Saints' only real post presence down low, a 6'8" senior who picked up his second foul about midway through the first quarter and sat on the bench with those 2 fouls until the final 2 minutes of the first half. And it was during that stretch that Carroll took the lead and went in front. Our thanks to the Carroll staff for providing those first half stats. We're at the half at Bishop Dwenger High School, this newly refurbished gym, which is just outstanding. And the Bishop Dwenger students really add to the atmosphere here. They do the old roller coaster routine, and the bleachers across the way to the left. That's where you have one or a handful of students get in front. Everyone else puts their hands up while sitting down, as if you're in a roller coaster at an amusement park. And then those student leaders signal in different directions over time, increasing the change of direction with more frequency, simulating a roller coaster ride. Well, the first half mostly down for Dwenger, trailing 28-18. They hope to have an ascent like up a roller coaster in this second half. Dwenger takes the floor in its home white jerseys with Dwenger across the chest in navy, numbers in gold. Navy and gold down the side of the white shorts. Carroll wears its royal blue jerseys with Carroll across the chest in white. Black trim, black and white horizontal stripes down both the sides of the jerseys as well as the shorts. Their Bolt Chargers logo on the bottom side of those shorts. Dwenger the ball to start the second half. The Saints go from right to left. Saints work it into the corner to Conlon Martin, who drives baseline, goes up, has the ball stripped away. Saints head coach Matt Kostoff wanted a foul called. He didn't get one, and now the Chargers have possession for the first time in this third quarter, already leading by 10. 25 feet away, Arius Jones picks up the dribble. Jones has it right wing now. Dwenger plays man-to-man. High left arc, Kyle Mallers guarded by David O'Daniel. They're similar in size. Mallers a bit of an advantage in terms of athleticism. Bounce pass for the right post is deflected out of bounds, and it stays with Carroll. 50 seconds gone by in this third quarter. Carroll 28, Bishop Dwenger 18. Baseline inbound. Avery Pfaff, the inbounder. He floats it towards midcourt where the B and D interlock inside a Navy circle. At the foul line, Kyle Mallers picks up the dribble, fades away, and nails the jumper. 30-18. Carroll extends its lead to a dozen. Saints half court on the left side. Ahmad Clark, left wing in front of his bench. Fires a pass between the rings for Campbell Donovan. Man-to-man defense from Carroll. Right baseline, David O'Daniel faces up against Kyle Mallers. Passes outside the arc right for Ahmad Clark, and a foul is called away from the ball. First foul of the second half on either side, and it goes against Jacob Redding of Carroll. His first. Baseline inbound. Triggered up top for Campbell Donovan. Dishes left wing for Clark. Clark chest pass right wing for Conlon Martin in front of the student section. He drives right, has the ball knocked out of his hands underneath the basket. It's caught by a cheerleader who hands it off to an official, and possession stays with Dwenger. The cheerleaders on the baseline left in front of the stage. 6:20 to go, third quarter. Carroll 30, Bishop Dwenger 18. Clark drives right. He stripped, but a foul called. Second foul against Carroll on this defensive possession. And that one's called in the act of shooting. The students extend their arms up in the air, wiggle their fingers, and Clark is short on the first free throw. No whoosh sound effect. Dwenger could use these freebies, trailing 30-18. The second for the 5'8 junior. Swish, and there, a whoosh. 30-19. Carroll now with the ball, leading on the road. Avery Pfaff has the keys for Carroll on this possession. Dribble handoff left wing for Anthony Martin. The wing off the bench. Jacob Redding, right wing, guarded tightly by Ahmad Clark. Dwenger mans up. Now Kyle Mallers bouncing in front of his bench. Passes it out towards midcourt to Avery Pfaff. The Chargers cycle it around the arc. Between the rings, Kyle Mallers fakes right, goes to the left elbow, spins out, finds Pfaff on the right wing. He dribbles to the foul line. The leaner, no. Defensive rebound for David O'Daniel. Dwenger from right to left. The Saints trail 30-19. Right corner, Campbell Donovan. Whips it out top for Clark. He snaps a pass onto the left wing for Conlon Martin. Kicks left corner, down to the elbow. Sam Royal misses the leaner, fading to his right. And the defensive rebound for Carroll. Kyle Mallers dribbles between the legs, penetrates left lane, and a blocking foul is called against David O'Daniel. That's the big man's third, and it's the first against Dwenger in the second half. O'Daniel with 3 fouls remains on the floor. The inbound pass is tipped by Sam Royal, and he fetches a steal. Royal shows his hops. Now Clark from right to left races across the midcourt stripe. Puts up a runner with the right hand. No. Offensive rebound O'Daniel. Bounce pass into the left corner for Clark. He's double teamed. The ball is tipped away. It lands on the lap of a Dwenger assistant, and it'll stay with the Saints. And now David O'Daniel does check out of the game, and he's replaced by Ryan Berghoff. Berghoff, pretty good size. He's 6'4". But the 6'8 O'Daniel to the bench with 3 fouls. 4:50 remaining in the third quarter. Carroll 30, Dwenger 19. The Chargers 8-2 on the season in their first year in the SAC. The Saints 4-5. winless so far in the SAC this year. Anthony Martin drives left for Carroll, and he draws a foul. Second foul of the second half against Dwenger, and it's the first foul that goes against Ryan Berghoff. 2 free throws, foul line right for Anthony Martin. Wearing blue socks with blue sneakers, he makes the first. An all-blue ensemble for the 6'3", 160-pound lanky junior. Second free throw. Good as well. Carroll 32, Dwenger 19. Largest deficit tonight for the Saints. And with that, head coach Matt Kostoff calls a timeout with 4:34 to play in the third quarter. Well, not a lot to cheer for right now if you're a Dwenger fan here. But the good news is it's time for the t-shirt toss. The Saints cheerleaders out onto the floor, flinging white t-shirts into the stands. Good number of fans standing, although got to give credit to these high school fans here who do not go as crazy for the opportunity or the potential to obtain a free souvenir like fans so often do at college and professional sporting events, where you can't get a fan to stand up for a nice play on the field or court or ice a lot of times, but if there's something free involved, they can't wait for it. Perhaps it has something to do with the cost of admission. Looking to get the best return on investment possible. Fans who are here for the girls' game tonight absolutely got their return on investment and then some. Carroll beat Dwenger by a point on a shot made by Kelly Damon of Carroll with 9.6 seconds left. With 4:15 to go in this third quarter in the boys' game, Carroll leads Dwenger 32-19. Kellen Brown comes up with a steal for the Chargers, and he's fouled in the front court on the right, going up for a layup. Good hustle by Ahmad Clark, though, to make sure that it wouldn't be easy for him. Foul stops the clock with 4:08 left in the third quarter. That was the second foul against the 5'8 Clark, and it sends the 6'3", 190-pound senior Kellen Brown to the line for a pair. His first is good. Brown wears black tights underneath his blue shorts. He wears white socks that go up to about the mid-calf. Brown smoothly sinks both. It's 34-19 Carroll, halfway through the third quarter. Backdoor cut. Campbell Donovan, his layup on the right side, though, is swatted by Kyle Mallers emphatically. Kyle Mallers at 6'7", spry as well. And left post, Anthony Martin puts one in off the glass. 36-19 Carroll. 3:40 left in the third quarter. Right post, Sam Royal back to the basket, turns around, and knocks one down with the right hand. 36-21. A needed response for Dwenger. They're going to need more, though. 3.5 left in the third quarter. Anthony Martin in front of his own bench. Shot fake. Triggers between the rings for Kellen Brown. Dribbles right, now swings it left for Kyle Mallers, who's straight on. Pass right wing. Brown tees up with 3 and buries it. 39-21 Carroll, as the Chargers on the bench extend their hands up into the air, emulating the signal of an official, and another Dwenger timeout to try to stop the Tide with 3:05 left in the third quarter. Largest lead yet for Carroll, 39-21. Well, the Saints aren't alone this year in having a tough time slowing down the Chargers. Carroll began the year with a 21-point win at South Bend Adams and had a dominant 81-43 win over Concord. They beat Concordia 59-43 in their SAC opener. Won at Columbia City 49-31. Took care of Wayne 58-31 in the opening round of the SAC Holiday Tournament presented by Parkview Sports Medicine. Carroll walloped Southside 72-57. Then thumped Homestead 62-43. before suffering its first loss of the season to Northside in that SAC championship game, 58-54, that in overtime. Bounced back with a win over Martinsville down in that tournament in Newcastle, 58-50, and then lost to Lawrence Central, 62-56. Lawrence Central in the latest state AP poll ranked number 6. Carroll ranked number 9. Top ranked team in the Fort Wayne area. Northside just outside of the top 10 receiving votes. Should figure that they're number 12 in Class 4A. After the timeout, a well-drawn-up play, and Conlon Martin drives down the center of the Navy paint, and he makes the finger roll layup. 39-23, Bishop Dwenger at home, trailing by 16. Now the Saints extend their pressure all the way up to midcourt. Right baseline, Kyle Mallers back to the basket, bounces with the left hand, gets to the tin, flips it up with the left hand, and he's fouled. Ryan Berghoff appeared to have ball. Apparently he got some body too. And it's a 2-shot foul now for Kyle Mallers. .223 to play, third quarter. First of 2 for Mallers. Rattles in. .17 Carroll lead on the road at Bishop Dwenger. The 6'7" Ball State-bound senior sinks the second. 2:18 to play, 41-23. Carroll all over Dwenger. Middle of the paint, Sam Royal, right-handed hook. No, there was contact, but no foul. Dwenger head coach Matt Kostiff, incredulous. 2:05 to play in the third quarter. Carroll in the half court on the right side. Left wing, off the bench, Jordan Bridges has trouble bouncing, but no one came out to pressure him. Now kicks right corner, a 3 off the mark. And the rebound fought for, and a foul is called against Dwenger with 1:44 left in the third quarter. The Dwenger foul goes against the guard, Conlon Martin. His second, a 5th against the Saints in the second half. Off the inbound right corner, Jacob Redding misses the 3, and another foul called in the battle for the board. This time it's against Carroll, and it's an over the back on Kellen Brown. Third on Brown. 3 fouls this half against the visiting Chargers. Jack Pettenberg handles for Bishop Dwenger. Goes between the legs, dishes for Conlon Martin, and he's fouled on the floor. All of a sudden, a game becoming more physical. It's had a high level of intensity since the start, with the bleachers on both sides just about packed. A large student section for the home Saints and a good number of Carroll students, Neon Nation, making the trip as well, wearing their signature neon yellow. Right corner 3 short for Sam Royal. Offensive rebound for the Saints. Left wing, Campbell Donovan gives left corner. A 3 is pure for Zach Smithy. The southpaw has made 2 threes off the bench. And Dwenger's within 15 at 41-26. We've got 1:05 left in the third quarter. Jordan Bridges, 30 feet away, picks up the dribble. Bounces to Jacob Redding at the midcourt circle. Redding dribbles left. Hands off for Bridges' left elbow. He gets into the paint, scoops one up. No, but he's fouled. Dwenger foul goes against Conlon Martin, now his third. It stops the clock at 52.4 seconds to go in the third quarter. It's 2 free throws for Jordan Bridges, who's 1 for 2 at the line so far tonight. Bridges, a lefty, is short on the first attempt. Bridges has long black hair that's tied together in a bun. It's braided hair, and the second is good for it. 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. Carroll 42, Bishop Dwenger 26. left corner. Sam Royal puts it on the deck, dribbles to the foul line, dishes, right post. And a foul is drawn underneath by Jack Pettenberg. Pettenberg at 5'11", found himself down low. Did a good job of keeping his composure and drawing his foul. He has 2 free throws on the left side. The Carroll foul goes against Jared Hofer. He's the 6'9" sophomore and off the bench. First of 2 free throws for the right-handed Jack Pettenberg. And it's good. Shooting with the backdrop of the stage behind the basket on the left. There's an encased large crucifix to the right side of the stage, overlooking the Bishop Dwenger student section. Second free throw, good as well. 42-28. And Dwenger chips the deficit down to 14. It was a 10-point game at the half. Full court pressure from the Saints. Without the ball touching the floor, Carroll beats the full court pressure, and it winds up in the hands of Riley Perlick, who makes a layup in the left post. Textbook press breaking. Now left wing 3 is good for Sam Royal. For as great as the offensive execution was for Carroll there, they didn't get back to play defense. Royal's 3 pulls Bishop Dwenger within 13, 44-31. We've got 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Avery Fatt, the point guard, dribbles towards his bench with 5 seconds. He goes to the foul line. Skip pass left corner, 2 on the clock in the quarter. And the jumper is no good for Jacob Redding. And that concludes 3 at Bishop Dwenger. Our score after 3, Carroll 44, Bishop Dwenger 31. You're listening to the Indiana Physical Therapy Boys High School Basketball Game of the Week on ESPN Radio 1380 and 100.9 FM.
Geico presents sharing versus oversharing. Yesterday, Cliff Sora shared a top 10 list of hot fusion restaurants, a vegan gluten-free mashup recipe, and a podcast featuring organic food trends. Oh, TMI, too much internet information. That's oversharing. Cliff, Geico has something worth sharing with your friends. Like how on Geico.com you could save hundreds on your car insurance, update your policy, and report a claim. Gluten-free info that's easy to swallow. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
What if you could save a life by stopping a suicide? I'm Glenn Augustine with the Indiana Youth Institute. Young people today face an enormous amount of pressure. Sadly, they may decide to take their own life as a way to stop the pain. But alert adults can help. First, watch for warning signs such as depression, changes in friends, attitudes, or grades. Also keep an eye out for signs of hopelessness, recklessness, and a feeling of being trapped. If you notice changes, tell the person you're worried about them and be specific about what concerns you, and stay in contact with a medical professional for help. Whether you're worried about someone else or yourself, you can call 1-800-273-TALK, the National Suicide Prevention.
1 quarter left in our doubleheader at Bishop Dwenger High School tonight. In the second half of our doubleheader, the boys game, Carroll leads Dwenger 44-31 through 3 quarters. The Carroll girls came away with a scintillating 58-57 win over Dwenger in our first game tonight. Remember, coming up at the conclusion of this fourth quarter, live from the Pine Valley Pizza Hut, it's the Parkview Sports Medicine post-game show. Michael McIntyre will have a rundown of all the action in a busy night on both the boys' side and the girls' side tonight, tipping off 2016. And with DC Hendricks in our ESPN Radio 1380 and 100.9 FM studio, John Nolan, I appreciate you making us part of your rainy Friday night here at Fort Wayne or wherever you may be listening on thefanindiana.com. Carroll with it to start the fourth quarter, but immediately a travel called against Arius Jones. So now Dwenger in the home whites has it on the left side. In the right corner, Sam Royal penetrates right lane, and he scores off the glass. We've got an 11-point game, 44-33, with 7.5 to go. Carroll has led by as many as 18. Man-to-man harassing defense from Dwenger. And Avery Fatt's answer is to drive down the middle of the Navy painted paint. And he makes the finger roll layup. 46-33. 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Loose ball bodies crashing onto the floor. It's a tie-up, and the possession arrow points to Dwenger. For both sides, you have to love the hustle. If the ball's on the floor, you're on the floor, some coaches say. And have you seen that's started to become more of a thing in the NBA, too? Especially when guards are letting the ball roll down the floor, so for the clock to not begin, but then heads-up defenders now. Marcus Smart of the Boston Celtics did it recently. I believe it was John Wall of the Wizards who did it a night or two ago, diving to win that ball. Dwenger ball here on the left side in the half court with their student section watching on. Front row of students with their chest-painted Saints. A turnover, an open look, and a right wing three for Kyle Mallers. Too strong. Dwenger the rebound. Saints in transition right to left. Sam Royal has it left wing. He's guarded by Kyle Mallers. Top of the key three for Campbell Donovan was deflected, and the loose ball falls in the hands of Avery Fack. The point guard for Carroll dribbles the ball between his legs as he crosses the timeline. 6:15 to go, fourth quarter. Carroll 46, Bishop Dwenger 33. Faff hands it off for Mallers. Kellen Brown dishes right wing for Arius Jones, who stands within an earshot of his head coach Marty Beasley, who wears a green shirt and khaki pants. A turnover. Dwenger the steal. 2-on-2, and a foul is called. Campbell Donovan pushing the pace, and he draws a foul near the foul line with 5:57 to go in the third quarter. Or, excuse me, the fourth quarter, the final quarter at Bishop Dwenger High School. Foul on the floor. Both sides with 6 fouls in this second half, so from here on out, they'll be in the bonus. That one was the first called against the Carroll point guard Avery Fack. Baseline inbound, dumped into the corner. Donovan kicks it out for Pettenberg, and he's tripped up and fouled. So he'll head to the line now for a 1-and-1. The Carroll foul is the second against Kyle Mallers. 5:52 to go, fourth quarter. Bishop Dwenger at home trails by 13, and Jack Pettenberg makes the first to earn another. He's a 5'11 junior. Pettenberg on the year has averaged just a couple points a game. He's got 3 off the bench in this second half. The second around and out, and the defensive carom comes down to Kellen Brown for Carroll. Chargers in their road blue jerseys and shorts. And a timeout is called by Carroll head coach Marty Beasley with 5:43 to go in the fourth quarter. Once again, don't forget, after our final buzzer here at Bishop Dwenger High School tonight, we've still got more coverage coming your way live from the Pine Valley Pizza Hut. Michael McIntyre will have a rundown of all the scores tonight. Boys scores, girls scores, after the holiday break and teams just playing in tournaments here and there. Tonight, back to the regular swing of things and a busy schedule. Mac will be joined by some coaches tonight, so you want to stay tuned to ESPN 1380 and 100.9 FM, or if you're hungry, hey, how about you head down and join us at the Pizza Hut live from Pine Valley. However, we still do have 5:43 to go in this fourth quarter. Carroll 46, Bishop Dwenger 34. Carroll has led by double digits throughout this second half. Once upon a time, Bishop Dwenger had a solid start and led 7-6. An early turning point in this game came when Bishop Dwenger's only true big man, impactful big man at least, David O'Daniel, the 6'8 senior, picked up his second foul less than 4 minutes into the game, and he spent the next 10 or so minutes on the bench. And over that course of time, Carroll built itself a double-digit lead. 5.5 minutes to go in the final quarter. Carroll in the half court on the right side, out of the timeout. Jacob Redding dribbles around his screen. A well-executed play finds Kellen Brown open in the right post, and he scores off the glass. 48-34 Carroll. Chargers attempting to improve to 9-2 on the season. Dwenger's looking to pull off the upset and draw to 500. Hensenberg drives left baseline and he draws another foul. He was just at the line a minute ago, made 1 of 2. He's got 2 more coming. This time in the act of shooting, he makes the first. 4 points off the bench now for the junior. He wears gray Nike sneakers with white socks, a black swoosh, and he swishes the second free throw. 48-36, 5:05 to play. Man-to-man defense from the pressuring Saints. Avery Hath, the composed senior point guard, dribbles near midcourt. Whips it on the left wing for Kyle Mallers. Mallers started to penetrate left lane, instead kicks left corner, and Jacob Redding draws a foul on the floor. That's 7 fouls against Bishop Dwenger now, so it's 1-1 for Jacob Redding. Redding, Carroll's leading scorer, has been that again tonight. His first, good, and he'll have another. He wears black ankle braces, which blend in with his black Nike sneakers. His second is in and out. And the defensive rebound for Dwenger. The Saints get into the front court on the left side with haste. The clock, not their friend. Still time for a comeback, but running out of it. 4.5 minutes to go. Austin Burns driving left, and the ball poked away underneath the hoop. It stays with Dwenger. The Saints trail by 13. Pettenberg with the catch off the inbound. Now his pass on to the right wing, intercepted by Arius Jones. Carroll in control, up 13. Carroll team pretty much on pace for its average of 59 points a game. Redding drives left, the finger roll with the left hand is good. Outlet pass off the inbound. Into the right corner, Campbell Donovan tees up a 3, no. Defensive rebound, Kyle Mallers. At 6'7", he soared up for the board. No one was in the same area code as him. Halfway through the fourth quarter. Fath changes speeds, now dribbles it out towards his bench on the right wing. 51-36, Carroll leads Dwenger. Mallers, with his size, can also handle the ball out near midcourt. Guarded by Zach Smithy. Dwenger stays with David O'Daniel on the bench. Big man who picked up his 3rd foul midway through the 3rd quarter has not returned to action. Jacob Redding, cross-court pass for Kellen Brown. Dwenger starts to double Carroll, an adept passing team. Finds the open man in the right corner, Avery Fath. He drives, kicks out into the right corner for Mallers. Well, Carroll will show patience here. Leading by 15 with 3:04 to go. Hand check foul against Sam Royal. Dwenger head coach Matt Kostov claiming that was a ticky-tack call with his team down 15. That was the 3rd foul against Sam Royal, and it's 1-1 for Jacob Redding. He knocks down the first to get another. 52-36, Carroll. And the right-hander makes the second as well. 53-36, Carroll on the road leading Dwenger. Some fans start to empty out of the gym inside of 3 minutes. Conlon Martin drives right, and he makes the runner over Kyle Mallers. Remember, Dwenger graduated all 5 starters from a year ago. So you figure this Saints team is only going to get better and better as the year goes on. Guys who last year were at the bottom of the depth chart, now all of a sudden, key players. Carroll quickly goes from left to right. It's 55-38 after the made basket for Kellen Brown. Dwenger calls timeout with 2:19 to play in the 4th quarter. It's Carroll 55, Dwenger 38. And although Dwenger finds itself down by 17 points, you look over to that huddle to our left. Those guys are out of breath. They have given a fantastic effort tonight. But it's been an effort against the number 9 team in Class 4A, the 8-2 Carroll Chargers. Well, how about the newcomers to the SAC this year? Over on the girls' side, Homestead, just in a different league than about everyone in not only the SAC, but the entire state of Indiana this year. The Homestead girls undefeated so far this year and number 1 in the state, as they seek their first state title in school history. And then on the boys' side, although Northside did defeat Carroll for the Parkview Sports Medicine SAC Holiday Tournament title, that was an overtime game, and Carroll, arguably the best team in Fort Wayne in the SAC on the boys' side this year, ranked the highest at number 9 in Class 4A. Out of the Dwenger timeout, the Saints have it in the half court on the left side. Zach Smithy drives left baseline, trying to knife into the Navy paint, and he draws a foul. Knocked to the deck, and the lefty will have 2 free throws. That was the 9th foul against Carroll. From here on out, with every foul, Dwenger will shoot 2. The first here for Smithy is no good. 6'3" senior. Carroll foul, by the way, the second on Avery Fapp. One more to come for Smithy, who wears white sleeves covering his knees. Second one too strong. Carroll the rebound. Kyle Maller's pressured in the backcourt. Front court pass for Kellen Brown, who passes into the left corner for Jacob Redding, who circles it out. 1:50 left, fourth quarter. Carroll 55, Dwenger 38. Right post, Kellen Brown, he's doubled, passes out of it. The passing of Carroll, so impressive. And now at midcourt, Jacob Redding is called for an offensive foul. Campbell Donovan was draped on his back. Redding leaned into him. And Donovan, savvy play from the 6-foot junior. He was bumped and drew the foul. Final 90 seconds at Bishop Dwenger High School. Foul line, Sam Royal. A leaner, short, offensive rebound. It comes out onto the right wing for Campbell Donovan. His 3 is off to the left. And Conlon Martin gets another offensive rebound. It's tipped out of bounds and stays with Dwenger with 80 seconds remaining. Inbound to Jack Pettenberg. Drives right. Pass on the right wing. Tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Dwenger. Some exasperated looks from the Saints, who trail 55-38 with 1:11 to go in the fourth quarter. Inbound pass for Carroll in the backcourt. And an immediate foul is called. It goes against Conlon Martin, who is attempting a theft. 9th foul against Bishop Dwenger. It's 1-1. Foul line right for Avery Faff, the 5'10", 155-pound senior. That's the guy who only averages a couple of points a game, but he also averages a couple of assists a game. Does a nice job of running the Carroll offense. And the first free throw, nothing but nylon. The second around and out. Dwenger the board. 1:05 to go, fourth quarter. Stutter step dribble from Jack Pettenberg, left side. Gives in the middle of the paint to a cutting Campbell Donovan. His left-handed hook, no. Carroll the rebound, on the run. Uncontested, Jacob Redding, a layup from the left post. On the left wing for Bishop Dwenger. Conlon Martin wants 3 and gets 3. At three-pointer, trims the deficit down to 17, 58-41 with 37 seconds left. No shot clock. Carroll may try to hold the ball here until the finish. The Chargers will call a timeout. Marty Beasley brings his team together. Perhaps he'll empty the bench with 33.7 seconds remaining. Well, after the Carroll girls won a down-to-the-wire game over the Bishop Dwenger girls to start our evening. It's been a bit easier, you could say, for the Carroll boys tonight over the Dwenger boys. 17-point game with 33.7 seconds left, but don't touch that dial. Coming up after the conclusion of this one, it's the Parkview Sports Medicine post-game show live from the Pine Valley Pizza Hut here on ESPN Radio 1380 and 100.9 FM. Remember, you can always listen to us no matter where you are through the iHeart Radio app, through the TuneIn Radio app, or online at thefanindiana.com. And you can join Michael McIntyre in person tonight at the Pine Valley Pizza Hut for our Parkview Sports Medicine post-game show. Carroll with it after the timeout. Final 25 seconds. Carroll will look to dribble out the clock. Dwenger will look to not foul. And a foul is committed by Zach Smithy, who reaches in. Even with the game out of reach. Dwenger frustrated by that call. Saints certainly didn't get any home cooking tonight. But in the end, Carroll, a more complete team at this point in 2016. First game of 2016 for both sides. With this win, Carroll will improve to 14-17 over the last 30 years against Bishop Dwenger. Carroll also beat the Saints last year by 21. Almost a year to the date. One free throw good for Jordan Bridges. 59-41 with 6 seconds to go. A miss from Dwenger. And now Carroll dribbles out the clock. Our final score tonight at Bishop Dwenger High School. The visiting Carroll Chargers 59. The Bishop Dwenger Saints 41. Carroll improves to 9-2 on the season, while Bishop Dwenger drops to 4-6. Chargers now 3-0 in regular season SAC games, 5-1 overall in the SAC this year. Dwenger 0-3 in regular season conference games, 0-4 in the conference overall. So it's a Carroll sweep tonight in their first ever SAC visit to Dwenger for both the boys and the girls. Next up for Bishop Dwenger on Wednesday, the Saints host New Haven, looking to get back in the win column. For Carroll, next up, a date Tuesday at Carroll. That's a 7:30 game that you could hear right here on ESPN Radio 1380 and 100.9 FM. Well, that'll do it for me here tonight at Bishop Dwenger High School. Coming up after our next time out, we'll be live at the Pine Valley Pizza Hut. Michael McIntyre has our Parkview Sports Medicine post-game show. For DC...